Alright guys, and right here we have my class set up. We're going to get right into it. We got the XRK Stalker Galaxy Eater variant. We're going to get right into the gear. Right here we have Handler LKP short barrel. For the laser we got the SL Razor Hawk laser light. For the optic we got the SPX80 scope. No stock for the stock. And for the bolt we just got the XRK Stalker light bolt. That's all we have. And now if you guys don't have Galaxy Eater, which costs you money in the store, worth it though, you can use the Celestial Core, which is Handler LPK short barrel, SL Razor Hawk, SPX, everything's the same basically. Here with infantry, flashbang, throwing knife, munitions, quick grip, gloves, covert sneakers, mag holster. Now, if you guys want pure aim down sights, this is the class you guys are looking for. This goes with any XRK too. You're going to want the Handler LKP short barrel, the SL Razor Hawk. For the stock, no stock, the bolt, you're also going to want to make sure you have the XRK stock light bolt. The grip, the XRK Stalker factory grip. Factory grip gives it a lot more aim down sights, and if anything, you just go through and try to see what has the most green points for the aim down sights. So obviously you can see it has 3, 2, 2 and 1. So you just build up all these around your aim down sights. Now if you don't have the Galaxy Eater or you don't have the Celestial Core, I recommend this class. Regular XRK Handler LKP short barrel, SL Razor Hawk laser light for the laser. Scope, no. Stock, no. XRK Stalker light bolt, yes. And then you're going to want a light guard. Quarter-03 light guard just gives it more handling. Trust me, trust. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so first we're going to start off with our display settings. Obviously you're going to have it on your display mode, display monitor, and your display adapter is going to be your graphics card. For me, I have it on borderless. That way I could go from monitor to monitor just by pausing it in game, or out of game I could just switch. I have a RTX 3060 with a AMD Ryzen 5 5500. Keep your aspect ratio wide, 16:9. Display gamma, obviously it's going to be set to normal. Brightness, I keep my brightness around like 50. Actually, might go a little bit lower. Constrain mouse to a game window off. NVIDIA Reflex low latency on. Just helps keep the frames and the incoming frames stable and having tearing or frame stuttering. Next would be your eco mode preset. I have mine custom obviously, but you're gonna want yours on low or custom if you want. Make sure this is off. Your VSync, your VSync menu, make sure that is off. I'll tell you why, just make sure it's off. Custom frame rate unlimited. You don't want it on unlimited because you're afraid of your refresh rate on your monitor versus the frames that this is going to push onto your monitor. I'll just cap it at like 300, max it out, or keep it right exactly at your refresh rate. Mine would be 239.59. With these settings I achieve almost 300 frames without recording and have an OBS open. And then you're going to have your menu and your autofocus frame rate half of that. Mine's supposed to be on 200, but 205, I don't know, it kicks something in my computer and just turns everything on. Next we have menu render resolution. Gosh, I cannot talk today. You're going to want to keep that on optimal. That's my setting. You can change it to whatever. Reduces energy consumption by limiting the GPU load without impacting performance or visual quality. I have mine optimal. Doesn't really matter. Up to you. That's really preference. Pause game rendering off. Focus mode 0. High dynamic range resolution off. All of these off, and if anything, have this at 1.125. Your quality preset tab. You're going to want to click this. First things first is going to be your graphic preset. Mine is on custom because I already messed with all the settings, so you're going to want to make yours minimum. For a low-end PC, you're going to want to try to get the max FPS with low settings. You're not going to have to worry about your render resolution because that's going to be turned off due to your upscale sharpening, what you have selected. Your dynamic resolution is going to be off, but if it is on, make sure your target frame rate below it is set to 300 and then turn it off. Next will be your upscale and sharpening. this is going to be AMD for me. But when I first started, it was NVIDIA DLSs. But after I started playing and learning about FPS and everything, I moved it to AMD FSR 3.0. And once I did that and set all my settings low, I get about 300 frames plus without OBS or recording. When I have that program open, I get about 200, 230, 250 recording and streaming. So big difference from 140 streaming and recording to 230 streaming and recording. So if you want your max FPS when you're streaming or recording, I recommend AMD FSR 3.0. If you don't really care, keep it NVIDIA DLSs. So you have that clicked now. You're going to want to go to show more. And it says AMD FSR preset. You're going to want to keep it performance. Ultra performance, it doesn't allow the AMD frame generation to be turned on. It keeps it off. So what AMD frame gen does, when you have this selected to performance, it allows you to have a stronger performance to gain to the trade of a slightly visible impact of image quality. Basically saying it might hurt image quality, but it's going to be a stronger performance and FPS gain. You're able to have AMD frame generation on. This helps out with frames and allows it to render one frame. It could stack up like 20 frames on top of that, because it says right here, increases frame rate by creating additional frames computed from existing inputs. So I'm taking the inputs as frames and it's going to create more frames by the existing one that's there. AMD FSR 3.0 performance and then AMD frame generation on. I went up a good 120 frames, 130, 35 frames. You're gonna want to make sure this is off, but if it is on, you're gonna want to make sure it is set to performance. If you want to test it for yourself, you can try ultra performance, but I'm just going to leave it on that. Next is going to be your VRAM scale target. I have mine set to 90 just because low settings, I don't know, I want to try to get the max target. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. From there on down, I have everything turned off or low or very low. From details and textures, everything is low, very low, or off. So if you have the option to turn it off, turn it off. If you don't have the option to turn certain things off, like let's see low, but you have off. So if you have the option to turn anything on off mode or very low or low, I recommend turning it off. Turn everything off or you have it on very low or low. Everything is off. Bullet impacts, persistent, everything is off. And you go lower, everything is off, low, off, off, off. Next, we got the view, which really doesn't matter, but field of view of 120, independent, ADS view, weapon view is wide, 84 for third person field of view, inverted flashbang so it doesn't blind me, literally go blind, total darkness. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Peace out.